If you're seeing this, you need to be more arrogant. I want you to think of the young version of you, 3, 4, 5-year-old you. Let's say that young child were to watch the current you talk to people. Now, that young child had so many dreams. They wanted to be an astronaut, an athlete, an actor. Every single day, life was play to them. They enjoyed the raw experience of life. They were so excited about everything, right? One day they were Superman saving the entire planet. The next day they were fighting wars with sticks. They were playing with everything. They were so charismatic, so expressive, so fun to be around. Now, they would probably be traumatized seeing you now. You are a robot. You are just trying to fit in, to blend in, to be invisible, to not upset the people around you, but at the same time, you're trying to get their validation. Seeing that, the young you would probably cry straight away. It would be a traumatizing experience for sure. Now, having that said, this video is not meant for the individuals like Andrew Tate, obviously. And, if you identify with what I talked about so far, then I can't blame you because I've spent like 20 years in your shoes. I've been a shy introvert for so long. And from my experience, I can tell you that the reason you encounter this, the reason you feel held back, the reason you can't express yourself more and your social life is disappointing, truthfully, is because you don't respect yourself enough. The thing separating the young version of you, right, the way you used to be, and the people that are confident and charismatic right here, right now from you, is literally the level of self-esteem. Your level of self-esteem is low, way too low. You're probably thinking that, yeah, you need to fit in the social regulations, right? You can't just be too out there, you can't just risk judgment too much because then you might be rejected by people. But I want you to think about, again, the young version of you, not the 3, 4-year-old you, but even the 1, 2 months old you. Imagine the 11th time your mother woke up one night to feed you because you were crying. You were unapologetically crying, and they probably judged you. Your parents were probably like, oh my God, this freak, I hate waking up the 11th time this night. They probably hated doing that. Yet they still loved you, they were still there for you, and they were still very inspired and excited to see you laugh the next day. Now, of course, the people you encounter socially are not gonna be that forgiving, but they are still inspired by seeing you be a bit more bold, not care so much about social regulations, being more expressive and being more arrogant. This is the healthy arrogance you need, the healthy arrogance you are meant to have. Because truthfully, you were like that for a while. Like there was a period after you were born where you were just confident, charismatic, expressive. And if we were to just take away all the social trauma you went through, you would just get to be maybe the most charismatic person that ever lived. But no, you're an introvert now. How can that happen? Like, your social battery is draining all the time. You don't like being around people so much. Unfortunately, that version of you, this current version of you, is nothing more than just a defensive mechanism. Your entire personality is meant to keep you invisible, to keep you just blending in, not upsetting everyone. This is your goal, isn't it? This was the reason you developed this personality in the first place, wasn't it? But you would like to be more charismatic, right? You would like to get some more validation. Well, these social ideals you have in mind can only come once you don't put people on a pedestal anymore, once you are on a pedestal. You need to understand that you are the most important person in your life. Like, it's literally all about you. You are alive to have a good experience yourself. You're not alive to please others. And coincidentally, a thing that is key to understand here is that if you were to just prioritize you feeling good, social moods are contagious, so guess what? The people around you will feel better as well. Now, another way you could go about this is you're feeling anxious initially. Like, if you're feeling anxious, you kind of give the anxiety and a weird feeling to the people around you as well, right? But let's say you start a conversation or interaction from a place of anxiety and you have the perfect tactics to please them. Well, you give them these initial negative vibes, but then you kind of please them and you feel yourself better, a bit better afterwards. And then your feelings translate to them again. But you see, it's just a complicated and unguaranteed and anxiety-packed experience of life. It's flawed. This is exactly what everyone's trying to preach to you online. To learn social skills, to learn these confidence tips and tricks, to just practice. It's not about any of these things. It's just about having that sky-high level of self-esteem that you are meant to have. To remember the way you used to be like a child, to disconsider social regulations, and to allow yourself to flow more, to allow yourself to be more unfiltered even. Because look, like your social regulations, the ones that you believe are social regulations, are just something subjective that you believe you have to fit in. And they are something like this, but the actual social regulations are something like this. So you just need to expand your horizon and understand that like there might be a bit of judgment beyond your current horizon, but at the same time there is a lot of value and there is a lot of respect, not only the respect of others, but your own respect. You literally enjoy every single moment of your social life more. You make that younger version of you proud. Isn't that beautiful? Wouldn't that be a nice experience? Just living the life you're meant to live instead of just living a life that's accepted. Living a life that's, not getting you in trouble. Instead of trying to win at life, you're trying to not lose at life. To me, that sounds like not only a boring experience, but like a shameful experience, something to regret on your deathbed. Let's prevent that. That's why I want you to understand that you need to take that arrogance more. I want you to prioritize your well-being from now on. I want you to not think about people's judgments anymore, but instead just flow. Say whatever you want to say. And again, don't be extremely unfiltered. Don't just talk about what you dumped in the bathroom just a couple of minutes ago. Fit in the objective social regulations, not in the ones you think are normal. You probably think it's impossible for you to lead a conversation, to be in the center of attention. But at the same time, there is a voice inside your head telling you to be more expressive all the time, showing you that, or giving you a certain vibe, a certain urge to be more charismatic. But you're not obeying it because it's outside what's normal for you. You need to destroy what's normal for you and understand that, again, this is just a prison that's meant to keep you safe. But at the same time, it's an illusion. And all shy, introverted people live through this illusion, unfortunately. This is what's holding them back for lifetimes. This is why they're not getting the opportunities and the fun they are supposed to get from life. But I don't want that for you anymore. I want you to step into what you are meant to be. I want you to make the young child that you once were, that was so expressive and excited. I want you to make that person proud. And hopefully after watching this, you will do just that. It's gonna be a tough process. Doing this work requires weeks, months, years, because you have to revert probably decades of being shy and introverted and reserved. But oh my God, is it worth it? You have no idea. You get so much more opportunities out of life. And you enjoy everything more. I wish that for you, truly.